Hello, it's me again. Well, Nigerian students in the United Kingdom who came on a educational visa are informed that if they have not paid their tuition, they must leave the country. So this picture, I guess all of these students were students that didn't pay tuition when due, but they continued going to class or tried to continue doing their degree requirements. And when the tuition is not paid when due, it gets referred to the home office, and the home office sends it to the immigration office, and they are told to leave the country. And some of the students, after getting a notification that they must leave, tried to pay the back tuition, but they were told they had broken the contract that they had when they entered the country. The country required that when they came into the United Kingdom that they had the money to pay for their classes and hopefully their degree. Well, when they stopped paying, that broke the contract, and they were required to immediately return to their home country. In this case, it is Nigeria. So the students are upset. They don't think they did anything wrong, and they think they should be able to stay in the country. Well, it certainly is heartbreaking, but there is a contract that many countries use for educational visas that is just similar to this. I don't know anything about the immigration of people using this type of visa. I would imagine that once the contract is broken, that they might have to go home and then reapply to the school, showing that they have enough money to pay for the rest of their education. Every student's situation is going to be different, and the school implied that sometimes when they tried to help the students out and the student promised to pay, that the student would not pay, and they just had an ongoing financial situation that was contrary to the contract that they signed when they came into the country. It's a very difficult situation, and I don't think this has anything to do with Harry and Meghan's trip. These contracts for education, as I said, are in many countries. And right now, the United Kingdom has a problem with too many people coming across the Mediterranean, and people are unhappy. So, this is not a time for a lot of sympathy for the Nigerian students, unfortunately, but I think they can probably finish their degrees, but it would require leaving the country and then coming back. Now, Melania Trump did something similar. She was on a visa that required her to come and work, and then she had to go home. They gave her a certain period of time where she could come work, and she was with Donald Trump, and then she would go home, and then she would do whatever paperwork she needed to do, and then she could come back to the United States for a certain period of time again. And she did this over and over. She was modeling, and she was doing nude modeling, but that's not what she told them on her visa application. She's told them some other type of work. But that's how she met Donald Trump and got into this position of power and a fabulous, fabulous income and a son, a great son. So these visas are all different, they're varied, and for some people they're very strict. Now for Melania, before she became known as the significant other of Donald Trump, they seem to be strict on Melania on having her go home to renew her visa application. So unfortunately for these students, the important thing is do not break the contract. Get out there, get a job, work, and get that money paid. I think they charge them like 28,000 a year for this education. That's just, I believe, tuition. So it's pretty expensive, but we'll see how this happens. Maybe we'll learn more about the educational visa system. And in the end, however they manage to get that degree completed, it will benefit them greatly, whether they live in the United Kingdom, Nigeria, or elsewhere, because they will have the degree in hand. So lots of luck, students. Like and subscribe. What do you think about this situation? Bye.